Emerging from the depths of the dismal swamp, Lichen present a second full-length album taken straight from their Bandcamp, Not My Words. 8 new tracks of fungal black metal madness twist between frantic derangement and hypnotic dirges. Pretty good description, would you say?
It is, yeah. I mean, but fungal metal is that? That's that's. I suppose it's a thing, isn't it?
I guess it's the thing.
It's not. It's not. It's not like a foot disease, is it? It's talking more about
More about
mushrooms
spores,
and things.
mushroom,
Yeah.
lichen, the name. The album Mossblood, yeah, their second full length album from American atmospheric raw black metal band. Where are they from? Virginia, I believe. Virginia Beach.
Virginia, yeah.
Yeah, formed in 2019, but yeah, this is their second full length. It seems that they kind of did another album last year, Spear and Stone. So I guess they're going full steam ahead at this point.
Oh wow, that was only a year ago.
Apparently,
I haven't listened to it yet,
no, nor me, nor me. This is the first
and I
I've heard.
hadn't heard of them.
No, nor me.
Beat you to it, there, John.
Yeah, you did.
Let me get
But
that in first.
you shared this band. You found I don't know where you found it, but I'm
I've got
glad you.
my, I've got my sources. Don't you? You don't need to know.
Gardening world.
Yeah,
Is that where it's from?
yeah, very good. Yeah, Alan Titchmarsh sent them over to me.
Yeah.
Charlie Dimmock.
Charlie Dimmock. Saying that, Tommy Walsh lives around the corner from me.
Is it? Well,
Um, y-
maybe you should
yeah,
knock on
that
his door and tell him
that is
help.
a very niche joke that I'm sure a lot of viewers probably wouldn't.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, you probably for one have to be English and probably over the age of 30 at least.
yeah, it's so true. Let's jump back to Lycan. Yeah, raw atmospheric black metal. It's. I'm glad you found this album, man, because I had a great time with this. What about you?
Oh, I fucking loved it, man. It was awesome.
Yeah,
Such a good album. Like really, I was thinking like the last couple of episodes we've done like bands that fall loosely into the kind of black metal genre, and they're kind of doing something a bit different with it, or they're it's like I'm thinking like a band like Ara that's sort of in there, but they're doing something else.
yeah.
So it was kind of cool to listen to. Wait, how do you pronounce it? Is it like Lichen?
Lycan, yeah.
Lichen. Listen to Lichen. They're kind of more straight up, aren't they? And it's kind of like stripped back. You didn't really hear like simps and stuff in there.
No,
It had this like live feel, of just a band just absolutely going for it. And
yeah.
yeah,
Really did. And one thing, I guess what I want to touch on before we get into the songs, the production on this, man, was so
oh,
good. It was just on the cusp, wasn't it, of like lo-fi, but it still sounded huge, and like I think that was a very big part of their sound, like this kind of whole powerful, triumphant, atmospheric overtone, but while still flirting with that kind of raw lo-fi black metal. But they did it in such a good
do you
way.
know? Do you know what I felt with this album? And I felt it was a really huge part of what made it sound sonically so good was the
The
bass guitar.
bass, yeah, man. I was going to touch on that.
Like, because you think a lot of raw black metal you listen to, they either often don't have a bass player, or it's completely buried in the mix. You can't hear it.
Or it's really trebly, and you yeah, like you say, it's buried and it just doesn't come through. But on this, man, it added so much to the dynamic and the
Yeah,
melody as well. Like
yeah.
there was a lot of counter melody between the bass and the guitar lines.
There was, and what he would do is he would actually play quite high up the neck on quite a lot of the sort of more tremolo-y parts, but then he would go down as the riffs needed to get maybe a little bit thicker.
Yeah,
Um, and there's some sections on it where maybe slightly slower ones, and when the guitars maybe go more onto kind of chords, where he's backing behind it because he's up in the mix. The impact of those parts, it's there's so much more of like a maybe an intensity, but like it's got more of a punch to those
yeah.
sort of riffs. With his bass being that high up in the mix, it works so well.
Yeah, and I also like that he wasn't just like spamming with a tremolo as well. It was a lot more. It was a lot slower in a way, but it just
Hmm.
helped bring out all the different kind of
Yeah,
dynamics in that. It was really cool, man. Really cool. One thing this band are really good at, as well, going on to the guitar work, is a lead line. I think a lot of their
yeah,
songs they're quite lead based, aren't they? In a way, they
yeah.
don't really. I wouldn't say they're a riff heavy band, but they love a lead line and they sort of like let that kind of meander throughout the whole song, don't they?
They do, but then they sometimes inject a really good riff, and because they don't do it much, it fucking stands out. Are you did you what did you think? It's one of my highlight song, by the way, From Life to Loam.
Yeah, around 250.
Was that so it drops out and there's like a kind of the bass is like sort of holding the section with the guitar ring out, and then when it comes back in, is that the bit you're talking about?
I think so. Yeah,
There's like
there's
double kick and stuff on it, I
yeah,
think.
they ring the chords out, but then they kind of tremolo pick in between.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that was that's the best bit of it, like the best section of the album, I think.
yeah, I put that's my favorite bit on the record. I
Yeah.
100% agree. It was a real like 90s second wave worship, quite almost a little bit Emperor in riff wise. But one thing that they do, which is cool and it's really subtle, but like sometimes when they're like looping the riff, they'll add a few more notes to the end of a bar, like,
Yeah.
and it would. It's just enough to kind of you think it's going to loop again, but they'll just add a little bit extra, and it just makes it a lot more interesting.
They did that on track 2. Um, it was, yeah, it was a riff on that. They brought back around, but it came in, I think, first of all, about sort of 50 seconds in, and just right at the end, they'd add like the 2 extra sort of stab chords.
Yeah.
When you
You
think
think
the
it
riff's about to loop round, they just add the extra 2, like sort of over a drum fill, and
yeah.
it goes in, and it's I love it when bands do that.
They do it
And
quite a lot throughout, and it works.
Yeah,
It really, like, makes it a lot more interesting, doesn't it, than just the straight 4/4 type thing.
yeah, yeah. I mean, these guys, right? How would you describe them sound wise? I mean, obviously it's black metal, their sound, but they're kind of that modern US black metal sort of thing, aren't they?
Yes, there was a lot of, like, Yellow Eyes, Osterlost, that kind of sound throughout, especially when they went a bit more discordant. Track
Yeah.
7, Mossblood Sigil, the intro for that was really discordant, like really quite like it reminded me of Yellow Eyes quite a
Mm.
lot. But yeah, they've got that kind of modern US black metal mixed with. There is a bit more atmosphere in the sense, not like Wolves in the Throne Room do it, but it's a bit more. It's hard to explain, really. It's kind of like atmosphere through melody rather than like synths.
Yeah. Although I did think there was maybe a bit of similarity between early Wolves in the Throne Room
Yeah,
and this.
but this is
Although I
raw.
thought this was better.
Yeah, I think this is better than that, and this is rawer as well, which I think
Yeah.
is kind of more to our taste, I guess, in that sense, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
Um,
amazing, man. Honestly, for like a modern black metal album I've heard, like this is up there. This really ticks the boxes for me for what I like in black metal. This album, almost to a T.
and it didn't let up, did it? Every track was really
No,
good, and it was well paced as well. I like the fact that you had some tracks that were like like 5 6 minutes, but then track 3, Uznia, if that's pronounced right, was a shorter one, and it felt like a really well placed like power injection for that song.
yeah, I mean the intensity in general though was kind of it was quite unrelenting, wasn't it? You, I tell you another song that I really loved on this. But my other highlight track was track 8, the final song, when Carrion Winds Shall Blow. That sort of starts out with this like fuzzed out kind of bass for the intro,
Yeah,
and then you got the guitar kind of ringing out over it. But then when it comes in, they
yeah,
keep the riff going over like the blasts,
yeah.
and when it's all in together, it sounds it's kind of dark. That song's kind of darker in general, like the sort of feel of it.
What I loved about that part was the guitar work was really simple, and they just kind of shifted between fret, like going fret up, up one, down one, like
Yeah,
and it's that real evil, like minor
yeah, yeah,
shift.
yeah, yeah.
And I think that was like one of the maybe not the first time, but they're never that simple
No,
elsewhere. So when they do kind of strip it back and hit you with a bit of simplicity, it's actually quite refreshing in a weird way.
yeah, it stands out, and it kind of shows that what they can do is they don't have to write everything that complicated. They can realize that just a riff, just 2 notes,
Yeah,
it sounds cool. Let's
yeah.
just go with that. And the way they do it, obviously with it being slow with no drums, and then instead of you almost kind of expect that it might come in on a slow beat and try and play it down that kind of route, like maybe
Yeah.
even something a bit more doomier, and then they kick in on the blast over the top of it, which is yeah, I really liked it, man. I thought it was a really good song.
The drummer actually really knew when to kind of shift paces, didn't he? There would be a lot of times where they would sit on a lead line for a long time, but the drummer would take it between like mid tempo to blasts, and they'd play around with that quite a lot, which I think worked really well.
There was yeah, I thought the pacing was really good on this for that. Like there was a mixing up of speeds, and like he would do that. He did quite a bit of kind of hardcore, almost punk drumming over parts as well.
Yeah, that kind of
As
mid
well as
tempo, like kick snare.
yeah, and then bring in like sort of double kick and stuff in the right places. Um, it never actually really went slow for very long, did it? Like actual
No,
properly slow.
no. It did a little bit towards the end of track 8. There was a kind of slow, heavy riff,
Yeah,
which they would play a little bit higher up the neck and then drop it down, keep the same format, but then like there'd be double kick under it. It was like again, you
it's a
did
good ending. It's a
it.
great way to end it as
It
well.
was, yeah, because again, you didn't really hear that throughout, and then it was just a kind of
Yeah.
really cool way to kind of end it. Would you say that was your standout song, the last one?
That or track 4.
From Life to Loam. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that is for me. It's From Life to Loam or Mossblood Sigil, track 7. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, man. I thought honestly, the album was excellent. To me, there was nothing, there was nothing dud about it, no skippers or anything. I just,
No,
every song was at a very high level. Just really well done.
yeah, I liked how they were able to kind of shift between because there was a lot of melody, wasn't there,
Oh, loads, yeah.
in the
It was
guitar.
quite melodic overall.
It was, but then they would be able to just shift it into that evilness really
Yeah.
quickly and really like without even you realizing. Sometimes you'd be like, oh, hang on a minute, we've gone a little bit.
That happens in the first song. That happens in the first song. They sort of like they're playing it and then
Yeah,
they just sort of move it down, and just change the mood. And it's, oh wow, it's gone like evil now.
yeah, it's really cool, man. Really, really, really love this record. I'm
Yeah, I did.
excited to see where maybe this will end on the end of year list, man. Because
It'll be in mine. I'm pretty sure it will.
you reckon?
Yeah, I just really like it's cool hearing black metal bands do stuff different and like incorporating different instrumentation stuff. I love all that. But like when you hear a band like this, kind of play it stripped back almost like, and play it really really well
Yeah,
with like the perfect production as well.
yeah, it's
Um,
perfect for it.
and do you know what? Really, for me, like the best bit about it is the bass guitar and what its impact is on the songs. Like I feel like,
Spoken as a true bass player.
well, you know, I mean, yeah, I'm not just a bassist though. Well,
No,
do you know, I'm not even that.
multifaceted.
Whatever. But I feel embarrassed now. Can we end? Um, the the fuck, what was I going to say? No, I'm just not used to us talking about the bass playing
No,
on albums like this.
I fully agree, man. Like, I think it's one thing straight off the bat, we were both like the bass. Like,
Yeah,
it really did carry it and make it stand out from like other raw black metal stuff.
yeah. And you
Yeah,
think like the punch it adds to the sound as well. Like
yeah,
when you've got like the bass drum just going and going like that, and you've got the kind of the production's got that sort of clarity where you are really be able to pick everything out. When you've got the bass there, sort of, you know, interacting well with that, it really adds to the intensity of the song.
yeah, and
And as you said, it cuts through. It helps with the melody of the guitars as well.
yeah, it really does, man. It really does. And it was just such a nice tone as well. It
Oh,
was like fuzz to perfection, wasn't it?
yeah.
Uh,
They I think they play live. I think they're a live band.
Yeah, I'd imagine so because they're what, a three piece, are they?
Three piece. Yeah. I'd love to see them live, man. I bet it's great.
Yeah, I bet it's great. Again, it's that kind of. There were moments when they blast for a longer section. It almost has that kind of trance hypnotic
Yeah.
aspect to it. I was trying to work out why that is. Do you think it's more like when bands do that, they kind of accent on the blast beats with every bar. There's almost like a little accent, which almost makes you bang your head in a hypnotic kind of way. Do you think it's more the drum related or not really?
I don't know.
Lovely take there, Mike.
I don't know. What do you mean? Wait,
Because
what
you know,
bit's hypnotic? The drums or the guitar? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, like when bands, because not all blast beats have that kind of trance like hypnotism, do they?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I guess it's the repetitiveness of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
If
so
if you like what you
John,
heard today,
right, John, what do you want me to say?
I don't know.
Text me what you want me to
I
say.
just thought there'd be a bit of a discussion on as to how that would
I
happen.
know, and I'm sorry, I can't think.
Just
It's fucking hot here. I'm quite
hit me with an I
distracted.
don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what you mean. I think I know what you mean, but I feel like I might say something wrong, so I'm
Okay,
being a bit guarded
go
about it.
away, have a think about it, and we'll.
Well, no, because I can't. I won't. I won't. I'm gonna have an ice cream.
All right, listen, we'll end it there. But I mean, oh, actually, one more thing. I love I just love the fact that they're like kind of all in on this spore
Yeah.
lichen
Like, what is
fungal.
lichen, John?
You know, like on a like a rock when it like it has
Moss.
that.
Is that moss?
Yeah, it's like yellow. It can be like yellow or orange or it, and it's like
Okay. Yeah. 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 That's
yeah,
lichen.
yeah, that's lichen.
Because it's not quite a conventional black metal name, is it? That you normally would expect.
No, it's not, and I think that's why I quite like it in a weird way.
Oh, can we talk about their logo?
Oh, what the kind of roots?
Yeah, because I don't think you can see any letters in it.
Hmm.
What do you reckon?
I think they're in there.
Yeah, but they're not easily in there, are they?
No, the speaking on that though, the artwork is really cool as well, isn't it? You've got that kind of weird growth in the middle of like roots, and
Yeah, it's cool, man.
that almost looks like a logo in itself, doesn't it?
Well, it doesn't look that dissimilar to their actual logo.
Yeah, that no, it's really cool. Lycan, if you are watching, let us know. Is the name in there? Is the letters in like in your logo?
I mean, the thing is, you could easily say yes and go, yeah, probably. I mean, that looks like a C.
It looks a bit like an
Maybe
N at the
CNN. I think I
end.
see an N on the end there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
probably an E. I mean, you could probably find it,
yeah.
but whether it was meant to be in there.
It's- Let us know in the comments. If you like what you heard today, give us a like and a subscribe because we put out videos every Wednesday and Friday covering the latest metal releases. But yeah, let us know in the comments if you check this one out, what you thought of it, because we think it's great and it will probably end up in our end of year list. But yes, we'll catch you in the next one.